You're beautiful. Stay beautiful and sleep with me. Okay. We are reading Waft Hapless Youth. We did the prologue, chapter 1, chapter 2. Yesterday we are on chapter 3. This, however, my dear friends, is a checkpoint in which we'll probably scare off a couple people. And such is life. This is a weird, wonky story, and there is much more profanity and dark things ahead. So, if you are a traveler with a fair heart, please, I bid you farewell. Go now, before it's too late, and the madness seeks you in. Because we're doing it. Let's do it. Chapter 3, Shinji Ikaku, huffing on his pipe. Bitter smoke coated Shinji's tongue. His day was officially ruined. Without a doubt, that's one of Johan's daughters. Saw most of them at ceremonies from a safe distance. Memorized their faces. Only a fool wouldn't on this mad rock of Providence. That's the second youngest, Natsume the Beast. Spoiled brat extraordinaire. They were all spoiled brats, but she was something special. How could he explain this? How could he explain this? He was going to have to write a report. Not only he, but the entire squad will be put under inspection. It would go all the way to Johan. Ikaku shivered. Dome smoke from his nose. It curled against the bright blue beyond the cave mouth. The crux of the matter was whether Johnny Boy told her 5 stones or 2. If 5, they might be safe, maybe. Shinji dragged on the pipe, the thorn venom warming his chest. If John said 2, there would be too many questions about where the extra stones went. How his squad, half the size of Indiana with the least amount of hours, made a record numbers. Padded from the smuggled drugs while the hard-working citizens paid less. Perfect win-win-win for everyone, and the beast has to ruin it for me. Captain, help. Can't leave them alone for 1 second. Hand on his hat, the other on his sword, Shinji raced off the grass slope, trailing smoke. His joints ached, balls huddled. As Carl climbed the slope, muddy from the scramble, Shinji pushed the useless turd aside. The fat pigeon rolled down to the golden road alongside him like a bumbling fool. Level with Natsume, as Carl moaned, Shinji bowed extra low. He said, "You fat turd, shut up." Shinji honeyed his voice. "Your Highness, please forgive me for not realizing sooner it was you. Of course." The toll is waived. We absolutely do not want your umbrella or to arrest you. The opposite, in fact, this here is a token of my appreciation. He threw a hefty bag on the golden road, all the toll they collected today. The coins clinked joyously, like returning to its rightful owner. She took the money. "Thank you, Peters." Natsume pressed a sandal into his spine, still bent over, wood tin teeth drilling into vertebrae. From her sleeve, she removed the reader. The beast said, "Badge number." "Oh, you just wait till my daddy hears about this disrespect to his little girl." "Little girl, my foot." As if hearing his thought, she raked his back with her sandal. Each wooden tooth sent jolts of pain up and down his spine and echoing in his puckered ass. "Rocks in your ears. What's your dad badge number, officer? You best be joking if you think smoking in front of royalty is acceptable, idiot. Put the pipe away." He'd forgotten about it, but since he had it out, might as well. Shinji inhaled for all he could hold. Harsh, sweet smoke filled his lungs. A bittersweet anxiety made him lie. 82945 Jones. He tucked the pipe in his robe. Natsume took her damn foot off him. About time. He could be her damn father. Damn kids these days. As she pressed in the digits, Shinji strained and massaging the kinks she put in his back. Definitely going to feel that tomorrow. She squinted at the screen, then at him. Natsume grabbed his collar, suffocating him, and smashed a device against his face to compare. The screen's glow illuminated her features, casting eerie shadows across her childlike face that somehow made her more terrifying. Shinji adjusted his hat, feeling cold sweat trickle down his neck. He sure as shit wasn't going to give her his real number. Corporal Jones, sharing his brown eyes with his bed hair covered by his hat like in his ID photograph, sort of held a likeness if Jones's face was rounder, nose crooked, and if he had longer eyelashes. Shinji batted his. Natsume should take the hint, count their losses, and not escalate the situation. Like adults, they could use their words. Alas, she was a child. Darkness brewed hell in her lilac eyes. Shinji sighed and ducked. A wind blew by. If he was Corporal Jones, his head would be removed from his shoulders as her blade swooshed above him with a whistle that puckered his sealed asshole, quaking his thighs. He sucked in his gut for the follow-through thrust often done by those impatient. She said, "It appears we have an imposter. You're no desk jockey." Natsume's red canine, longer than the rest, bit her bottom lip with a smile like an unruly kitten born of evil. She charged him, fast. Oh, to be young. Hairs on edge, and she pivoted and sidekicked her in the gut. The clean shot pushed her several feet away. She drew her umbrella in the slide like a shield, catching the wind, the lacquered red surface gleaming in the sun. The beast rested, her evil eyes on the umbrella's edge. She promised, "You're gonna regret that." "Don't I know it? I regret eating breakfast. If I'd known I'd be moving around this much." Shinji hurled beans and eagle eggs, held up a hand. It's supposed to be another. Held up a hand for another. It's funny that I now know some certain words that get autocorrected, and for whatever the reason, another always gets autocorrected to now. He held up his rounds for another round of sludge. The acid burned his throat. He wiped his mouth of bile. The wince was a second too long for the realization to dawn. Natsume shrank behind the umbrella. Her sandals on the golden road disappeared with her. The umbrella fell, no one holding it. Shit, gone. She's gone. Oh, God. Oh, Peters. Johann, mercy. Oh, crap. Natsume reappeared above him in a blur, sword shaving his face in a neat graze. He shouldered her past his sheath. Raised his sheath to parry her follow-through. Her steel turned ghostly green and sunk through his. He spun his elbow, batting her wrist along with the blow. Aside his nose, and he scurried the hell away into a full sprint. Hell no. "Where are you going?" she called after him. "Coward, it was just getting fun." Over her shoulder, she chased after him. Shinji yelled, "Fun my ass, leave me the hell alone." Nothing was fun about surviving. His hat flew off. Her sword tip horny for his heels. He couldn't do this all day. Shinji spread his legs into a river stance, slid into a waterfall of flowing shots of fury at her, too much for her to handle. She stumbled away on defense. He pressed and wouldn't unclutch his asshole, sweating, and boxed her in across the golden road. Left her retreat to one option, the drop. She didn't like that. Fumes smoke. Enough. The beast heaved from her nose flames, a big wall of them that wouldn't save her. Shinji swept through with an elbow charge. Heat scorched his eyebrows. He caught himself from falling over Providence. This is edge. That's what it should say. She's gone. Crap, not again. Rocks crumbled off the surface. They sank below him into a free-fall of impending blue. Endless blue. His balls suckled their way up to his chest as the wind altered. Deja vu stung as a kick lanced his spine, sent him flying over blue. She had teleported behind him, so mean. Shinji's psyche flew ahead into the open endlessness. A ball on each shoulder, the experience officially entered into his top 10 scary moments as number 10. However, it reminded him most of number 2, Hell Week at the Academy. Hazing, they called it. Seniors dragged him to the edge at night, all laughs. Time to fly, lower trash. Something broke in him in that dark night of the soul. It was not his spirit, that was already cracked. More like whatever held the chain back, or whatever chain held the animal back inside. The animal broke free. He remembered their faces as his hands found his throat. His feet kicked ankles, and his elbows broke ribs. How their expression twisted when his nails found eyeballs and the inside of ears, and grabbed crotches, thumbs, and assholes, anything and everything to remain free. Some drew swords. It didn't matter. They all fell into the blue. The void's hunger didn't care who or what it swallowed. Screamed swords, it ate everything. The investigation called it self-defense, said the senior's death were regrettable, but understandable given the circumstances. He learned no matter how old you got, nothing was scarier than being thrown over the edge. In fact, it worsened with age as it felt overdue. The whistling air snapped him back to the present, his stomach lurching with vertigo. That same endless blue threatened to swallow him again, and the familiar panic ignited his primal instinct. Igaku thrust his sword into reality. The blade caught Providence and anchored him to swing his legs through the momentum around a full circle. The impact jarred his shoulders. Metal shrieked against stone as he planted his feet on rock. Home sweet hell of a home. As long as there was solid under his feet, there was a fighting chance. Shinji sprinted at Natsume, throttled her by the throat, lifting her one-handed to dangle with a mean look at her. Shinji yanked her towards him. "No," he commanded. Shinji bent her over his knee for a series of vicious spanking with the flat of his sword. He said, "Bad, bad girl, don't you ever go magic kick someone over the edge like that, you spoiled brat." Shinji ended it with a boot to her ass. Instant karma regaled him with a thought. That was stupid, Shinji. You've just made an enemy for life. On all fours, oh lord, the look she shot him. It swore cold revenge. Oh fuck. I have to kill her right now, or else he raised